Hi. Today I want to talk to you about a little exercise that can actually change your life. It changed mine. So long before I learned how to work with others and long before I learned all the different techniques I had, I was taught one simple exercise that changed my world. And I'd like to teach that to you today. It's called present moment awareness. And it differs a little bit from mindfulness, but I'll get into that in just a few minutes. Before we do that, though, first thing I'd like you to do is do an exercise with me. Are you willing? If you are, I need you to find someplace safe. If you're driving, pull over because I need you to be safe and sitting still. Okay, let's start. Tell me, as you look at this video, how many blue things can you see in my background? Now tell me, wherever you are sitting, what does it feel like? Is it soft? Is it hard? Is it comfortable? Tell me, what's the temperature where you're at right now? Now tell me, what sounds can you hear wherever you are? Is there a smell that you can smell around you? Is there a taste in your mouth? The most important thing I want you to notice right now is, did you notice that every command I gave your brain, it didn't hesitate? It went immediately to find the answer. And that's because the brain is a command answering machine. Its job is to assess risk, but if you give it a command, it will follow that command. The problem is when we are in survival mode, we have trained the brain to be always checking for the risk. So we have a racing mind and it's trying to pre-predict. And if it's not trying to pre-predict, it's running to the past to grab a program from the past and run that. When you do this exercise of present moment awareness and you've commanded it using all 5 senses, because that is how the brain actually codes all the information coming into your brain, I want you to notice, even though it's similar to mindfulness and all the things you see out there about anxiety, if you're in survival mode, your brain is not going to go, notice. At least mine didn't, because when I did this, it was like a freight train had left the station. And if I said notice, it would go, get out of my way. I've got to figure out how to stay safe. So commanding it to tell me something is the difference. It's the language. It's also very similar to all the things you see online about this. The difference is, I don't want you to practice this when you are in survival mode. I want you to practice it in every single day mundane task, like taking a shower, or when you're driving the car, or when you are folding clothes, or when you're out mowing the yard, or just when you are doing something. I want you to tell the brain, tell me what you can see, tell me what you can hear, tell me what you can smell, tell me what you can taste, tell me what you can feel. Then as soon as you finish that, I want you to command the brain to notice that you are safe. Right here, right now, nothing bad is happening, that you are safe in this moment. Now, the biggest pushback I get on this is people say to me, yes, but I do that, and then the brain goes right back to it. And it will for a while, because you're retraining your brain. You need to train it to be here. Now, I know we can't be present 24/7, but what we were doing is training the brain to follow your commands instead of running the survival mode all the time. I learned this long before I learned any of the tapping or NLP or anything else that I learned, the hypnotherapy, and what it did for me. And it took me a while because I was very much in survival mode. It calmed my brain down. It got quieter and quieter the more I practiced this. It will happen for you because after you practice something for a certain amount of time, it hits what we call the autonomic nervous system. Then it becomes a habitual habit. The more you practice it, the more present you are. That frees you up to make a choice rather than being so afraid of all the what if that happens. I hope this has been helpful. If you find it helpful, please practice it. Know that it's not going to happen overnight, and practice it when you're not in survival.